What's good, y'all? You're back to balling with Ty Baller. Yes, sir. And we are back with another build video. James Harden, the honey bun man himself, step back king, one of the greatest volume scorers of all time, El Chapo. You know who this is. It literally has a name right here. If you don't know who this is, I don't know what to say. But yes, the recently traded James Harden. We're going to be creating a build for him, and I've had a few builds previously to this one, but I've just really wanted to, spend time on it, really get to grasp what I could do with this build and actually, use a similar build. It's not exact. It's a different name, a different height, and a bit of a different playstyle, but it's a very similar build. And I feel like this one really captures James Harden in a better sense and actually, makes up for some of the flaws my other build has, which would be like, it doesn't have 80 ball handling, which I think is pretty important to have on a James Harden build. It's 80 or above ball handling. You don't want to be going out here with like the stiff movements and all that. I think that James Harden always has been a silky smooth ball handler, even since his Houston Rockets days, especially in his Houston Rockets days. From year one, he's always been smooth with the ball, smooth with his handles. So yeah, enough talk about the build. Let's get into the build. And here we're gonna start off with the first variation of the build, point guard. But yeah, this is for a reason. If you are a rec player and you don't want to run the 3 every other game, this build is for you. But if you aren't a rec player, or you cool with running the 3, it don't really matter, then the next build, that's definitely going to be for you, and the build after that, because they're both going to be shooting guards. But this is the point guard. For those who think that James Harden is specifically a true point guard, or you just don't like having to run at the 3, this one is for you. And the pie chart we're going to be using is the more green than blue. This perfectly fits James Harden, especially what we're going to be doing to it. More shooting. Of course, he's a shooter. Inside finishing, he's not the best of finishers, but he's a pretty darn good finisher. The playmaking is there, and the defense is serviceable enough to make us able to defend some of the better scores in the game if we really try. And also, James Harden just isn't that good of a defender himself. He's like above average, somewhere in there. Yeah, going on to this, you see what I'm doing with these stats. 82 on that midi, 84 on that 3, 90 on the free throw. You want to max the layup and dunk out and put the close shot at 90. We're doing that so we can get 6 defensive badges, just so we can have chase down artists on bronze. If you want to run it like that, you can just use Intimidator and clamps both on gold, or you can run clamps on gold, Intimidator on silver, and chase down on bronze, which is what I've been running. And Intimidator on bronze, Intimidator on silver is more than enough, because as long as you stay solid with somebody and you keep grounded, don't jump too much, and you actually follow them around sliding your feet, you'll be good on defense. But you see all these stats, you see that 76 perimeter, 72 lateral quickness, 80 steal, 44 ball. You see all that? See the ball handling, you max that out, and then max out the pass accuracy and get 44 post control for the 15 playmaking badges. You got 12 finishing, good finisher. James Harden's a good finisher, right? Checks out. 20 shooting, great shooting. James Harden is a great shooter. Checks out. Playmaking, 15. You're able to finish inside the paint and shoot. You're going to be unstoppable with these sort of handles. Especially, I'm going to make sure you have 80 on that ball handle, so you're going to have those moves unlocked. So you're going to be shifty on the handles. In 6, it's James Harden. He's okay at defense. He's good enough. But if you want to get that James Harden sort of build, you're gonna want to go with Burley, He's called Mr. Honey Buns for a reason. But yeah, we are going to be going 6'4" with the height. I know you may be like, okay, that's a bit, you know, it's a bit of weird, but makes sense. But yeah, we're not going to be going 6'5", even though he is said to be 6'5". He really is 6'5", but we're not going to be doing that because I think that 6'4" fits much better and also keeps the 80 ball handling without having to make him T-Rex arms, which pretty much just messes up the finishing, because we want to make sure you get a 75 driving dunk on this player as well to unlock some of those more athletic tomahawkish type dunks, you feel me? So we're going to be going 6'4", and you can either go minimum weight or like just enough to where like 178 just to get all the acceleration and stuff like that, but not being like, you know, scrawny. And with the wingspan, yes, with the wingspan, some people will just tell you right here, hey yo, psst, it's James Harden, make him a strength arm. We don't care about the defense. Defense won't finish itself out. It'll sort itself out. Just worry about that. But I honestly don't really want to tell you that. What I want to tell you to do is a little glitch I've learned just from messing around with the system on a Devin Booker build, which will be coming out soon enough as well, is that if you go all the way to the minimum wingspan and then go back to the default, you get a +1 dunk without losing anything else. I don't know why they put this in here, but I'm sure glad they kept it in, because guess what? We keep that 80 ball handling, we keep the shooting, we keep all of that, and we still get a 75 dunk. Now, if you want to extend the arm length, I would say extend it to right here, because that will keep you with the 80 ball handling, the 82 shot and all that. But for me, why make it any shorter than what I have to do? So we're gonna go right there, and here is your takeovers: sharp, slasher, shot creator, playmaker. All James Harden takes. He's a playmaker. He can break your ankles. He's a shot creator, shooting off his famous step back, which would be in those moves. Look what it says: shot creators become more effective at shooting off the dribble and can shake off defenders, which he did to Wesley Johnson, rest in peace, consistently using step back and spin gather. She's known for that. Slasher, not as prominent, but still he is a good finisher at the rim. And sharp, you already know he's strapping. But honestly, if I was to say any one of these, it's honestly up to choice. But just for the heck of it, break them ankles, boy. Let's get it. Playmaker, and this is a 3-point playmaker build. Shades of Kevin Johnson, LaMelo Ball, and Darius Garland. Yeah, I honestly think this is a very, very, very accurate build name. And I think that this will do very well for any James Harden sort of builds, because he doesn't take many middies. He is an inside sort of player, and this kind of hides what you actually are, because while they'll be thinking you just be shooting threes left, right, like a play shot, when they see you start to drive in the paint, they're going to be confused. They're going to be like, this guy in the report lied to us, coach. She's a slasher too. So you're going to be catching them off guard with that. Let's get into testing the build. I'm only going to do this once because the second variation of the build is literally pretty similar, but it has a bit of a difference. But pretty much we're going to be going through this one time for this, because the setups are going to be pretty similar, because the badge counts or both builds are pretty similar. But let's get into this. I would say you want to get posterizer, limitless takeoff, and slip finisher all on gold, because those are the Trinity finishing badges for this year. And also fearless finisher, at least on bronze. But you can go silver if you want to. You can go something like this: acrobat on bronze, giant slayer on bronze, you know, messing around, because sometimes you may just be like, I'll take the layup if it's open, but I really want dunks. And who's not gonna feel you on that one? So I can do something like that. Shooting. Now this, I have a little thing to tell y'all. I'm going to be doing 2 sets for the shooting. Real player percentage players and then the time players. Now, first we're gonna be giving cater to the time players. You like, okay, I wanna shoot like James Harden. Okay, here we go. Want to get blinders and Deadeye on Hall of Fame from my experience. Or maybe you can do something like this, cause you're like, hey, I don't shoot no contested shots. You can do it a whole bunch of ways. Just realize, this is my opinion on what you should do or what you could do. Everyone plays different. Everyone uses badges differently. So pretty much, you probably want to be watching this right now. You probably like, skip to the next build. So I will do that. Let's get to doing these badges real quick though. All right, catch and shoot, limitless, circus threes, and yeah, pretty much, because James Harden, he loves his little step back threes. I know you're gonna try those because James Harden, of course, right? You can do something like that for the dribbling. And plug up on silver has always worked for me this year. That's the best one for me. You know, the best level for me. If you have like 70 or more ball handling, silver. In my humble opinion. You feel me? And then hyperdrive, quick chain, handles for days, bullet passer. Then you get spray sprayer. You feel me? Boom. And if you say, hey, I'm more of a playmaker, so I need a higher back. There we go. Don't need no space clear if you don't really use it. Yeah. And for this, we already talked about this earlier. This is what I would say you do. It's Intimidator. Hey, look. I've seen players play without Intimidator. Only thing you really need to do this year is get in front of them, make sure you have a hand up on the shot. You'll be playing good defense. But yeah, that does it for this build. Let's get into that second variation real quick. Boom. And we'll be back with the next build or the next variation of the build. And to not waste your time, just know that it is the same things as last time, except it's a shooting guard build. The more green than blue. The speed pie chart, I forgot to verify that the first time, but what else pie chart are you gonna use for James Harden? Speed and strength? But yeah, everything as last time is the same, but we're just gonna be switching up a few things this time, as you will be seeing. Boom, 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 you feel me? Got that 20 shooting down. And this one has more playmaking than the last one, but less finishing. So that is also a factor to plan. It's a difference of one badge, but some people like different things, you feel me? Like one person will be like, hey, 16 playmaking badges seems like the adequate amount to me. I don't really mess with, the rest of that. That finishing like that, you feel me? So it's basically based on what you want to do. You can put these three anywhere because they don't really change much. And the reason why we're having the playmaking, my bad, the mid-range shot less than the 3-point shot is to get the name, or else they just call you whatever the heck they call you, sharpshooter, whatever. Because I think it's mid-range maestro or mid-range facilitator or something like that. Because I know they'd be coming up with some goofy names that don't fit with James Harden. We're trying to get a James Harden name and on a James Harden build, you feel me? So this is what you're going to want to do. It's very similar to last time, except you max all these three out instead of leaving some off of the close shot. And then you add more into right here. More into playmaking, more into that porch control, because you want to get 16 and take advantage of the playmaking aspect this time instead of the finishing. So yeah, the same thing as last time. 6'4", want to go as skinny as you can to get the boost, or just go skinny as you can, either way. And crazily enough, it works here too. Now once again, if you want to say, hey, I want to get a little bit longer because I feel like that'll help, you can go 83.3 with both of the builds on the wingspan. That'll work. That will work. But you could say, I don't want to lose no shooting or anything else, I just want that 75 dunk for some athletic dunks. Got you. And play make and take just for the heck of it once again. And I will not be going over the badge setups once again. It's just my opinion after all, and it will be based off your playstyle. We went over them already. But 3-point playmaker once again, shades of Desmond Bane, Devin Booker. Funny that we have Devin Booker out of all names, talking about him earlier, and Jalen Brunson. But yeah, believe it or not, we are not done yet. I have one more build one more build to go through. We are back once again. And I told you earlier, this next build is going to be a shooting guard build. And this build's for the people who are like, hey, the last one, they kind of got there, but I don't feel like that really replicates James Harden. He's more of a dribbler. Well, this build is for you. Still scores inside and out, but has that dribbling on the next level. Now let's get it. You go with the play shot pie chart, but don't worry, we're not gonna make a play shot. We're not gonna do that because that build's overrated. All right, overrated, overused. So we're gonna get you with something else. All right, gonna max out the top 3 and gonna max out the post hook to get 6 finishing badges. If you want to use a post hook, that's up to you, but we're just doing it for the badges. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. That's what they say. All right, we're going to get you with the 84 mid-range, max out that 3, and then max out the free throw. And here we're gonna go max out the first 2. Gonna add 2 to the post control to get the 21 playmaking. One of that dribbling, we're going to give it to you in full swing. And then max out the lateral quickness, perimeter defense, steal, and then the rebounding to get you 6 defensive badges, the same as we had last time. Now we got 6, 20, 21, and 6. Got 6 finishing, you can do a lot with that. The 20 shooting, you're going to do a lot with that. And the 21 playmaking, dribble James Harden, you feel me? And the 6 defensive and playmaking, defensive and rebounding. My brain is, off somewhere else. But that's serviceable for defense. And once again, Burley for Honey Bun Harden. Let's get it. And 6'4", and once again, that's the height I really think that'll be effective for any James Harden build, 6'4", because it really adds more skill and depth to the stats. Gives to your stats more than takes away, and adds a bit of speed to it, so you're just not, moving slow, because who really wants a 6'5" play shot? Unless you're like a small forward or something, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be adding up the wingspan all the way to just before they start taking away the ball handling, so you can keep that 85 ball handling at 83.2. And you see all these stats as 65 driving dunk is all you need, but they give you 66, so that means that 99 you can get 70 driving dunk. That's cool with me. You still got good shot, of course. This is the yellow green pie chart. You pretty much always gonna have a good shot. And then the defense is solid as well. The defense, the block, don't worry about that, because bronze chase on artist pretty much just makes up for any sense of rim protection. Pretty much that's why they're not really worried about you going past them, because they'll just chase you down. They'll be like, we can chase them down. But yep, that pretty much does that. And once again, you have the same takeovers. This time we can go with slashing just for the heck of it. You have the least on slashing, so getting that slash and take make you go crazy when you got it. But let's test this build so we can get y'all out of here satisfied. Hopefully. Tell me if there's anything in the comments I could have made better, or anything I could have done better with the video. Always love the feedback. But let's get to the badges. Here we go. The Trinity once again, but I would say put posterizer on bronze, Stealthy Finisher on silver, and then let's take off on gold, because you really want to be able to take off from that long range when you get the quick drop off 1, and also with the Slithery Finisher. When you do get in there in tight situations, it's going to be pretty easy to get away from all the defenders. The posterizer on gold, because you're not going to really be dunking on anyone like that. Because why would you dunk on anyone? We got the yellow and green in here. You're going to be shooting your shot. And also, I told you about the real player percentage. We're going to be doing that now. Yes, this is your time, real player percentage players. Deadeye is not for you. Blinders might be for you most of the time, because people do just trying to side swipe contest. You might not even need that. Compare how you play the game. I know I need it because people would be trying to side swipe contest. High zone hunter is a must. Catch and shoot is a must. You really want to go James Harden? Limitless, circus threes, chef. Difficult shots, you do not need it. Biddies are not James Harden's game. Like, if you want to go James Harden, this is something I would really tell you to do. It'd be like, hey yo, get the chef on, get the circus threes on, because you're going to be shooting those step back threes. You're going to be at the 3-point line. Don't go in the mid range if you want to be like James Harden. even though it would be smart. But if you just said, oh yo, I'm gonna play my way, I'm gonna play my game, I do use like some mid range, some here to there, you feel me? Then boom, I would say this. A little bit of that. Because guess what? Look at this. Look at this. You don't need this fade from the 3-point line. You do need that stop and pop, though. I almost forgot. You do need that stop and pop. You do need that stop and pop. But you don't need the fade from the 3-point line. You can stop and pop. You can fade from the mid-range. You can shoot from really far out. You got that catch and shoot game in you. The hot zone hunter is a must. Let's get on to that dribbling, though. The unpluckable, quick first step, space creator, hyper driving, quick chain, always been my thing. I like pairing those two up. It's one point there I thought, hey, you know what, maybe I should take one off, put the other one on and see if they make sense. But them together is really, that's really where you're going to find the effectiveness of ball handling this year. Pause. But yep, let's get it. Bullet passer, handles for days, and then you can do whatever. You can glue hands on, downhill, whatever. And for defense, just like last time, chase down artist, intimidator, clamps. And that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Yeah, I shown off 3 different types of James Harden's builds, 2 pretty much the same but variations, 1 completely different build, but they all have one thing in scoring. They all score, they all handle the ball, and they all can get it done at least a bit on defense. I hope you're satisfied with these builds, satisfied with this video. If you are, you know, maybe share it around, like it up, maybe even try it yourself. You may like it, who knows? But I want to thank y'all for watching this video. Gonna come at you with some more videos soon enough. Believe me, even though it's hard to look at my upload schedule. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for me. Ty Baller, gonna be balling your way soon enough. Peace out, guys.